Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt. Welcome to another week of training. This is a deload week. So hopefully you got your fill of the high intensity, challenging stuff over the holiday week. There will still be some opportunities to turn up the intensity on this week. So I'll give it to you guys. The pitch at the very beginning is if you need the deload, you did Murph, you did Wood on Saturday, and you are hammered from the last 5 weeks of training, then by all means, tone this down if you need to. If you are feeling fresh, you are on vacation all week and you just ate your face off, then tune these up, okay? So giving you some opportunity to do a little bit of self-tuning on your deload week. It's not a mirage, all right? So let's begin with our warm-up. 2 rounds through, 1 minute of cardio. After the minute of cardio, we're doing 1 minute of plank pull-throughs. So start with any object. I just have a dumbbell here, but you could use a plate or a ball, but drag it, reach across underneath the opposite hand, drag it out to the far side, then the other one, drag it out to the far side, and I have my feet a little bit wider, and I'm trying to maintain my body flat to the ground as I reach through and then pull it out and then switch, and reach through and pull it and switch, okay? That's our plank pull through. After that, get some somersault action going. If you need to do a log roll, that's fine too. If possible, I want you to get tumbling, so forward or slightly diagonal as you go through that. And there's a purpose behind all of that. It's vestibular stimulation, how good that is for your brain, your balance, and to wake up your nervous system, okay? Next is gonna be PVC overhead squats. So take your PVC pipe, squeeze it back behind your head, right? The goal of the overhead squat is to have that bar in the frontal plane, which means as I'm standing tall, it's staying on this plane that is right and bisecting my body front to back. So as I go down, the bar should drift behind my head until I'm at the very bottom position. It should be right over the middle of my shoes. And then as I squeeze and stand tall, it comes back over the top of my head, right about where my ears are, right? So that is our goal for the overhead squat. If you want to do a barbell on the second and third rounds, that's fine. And then the last one, or the second round, your single leg heel taps. So I've got this single plate, just reaching down, gently tapping the heel to the ground, but not putting any weight on this outside foot. I'm trying to just float it off the ground, just barely touch the ground. And if I want to go lower, I can add another plate, or I can just kick that leg out further and then squeeze and stand tall, right? Get through 2 rounds of that warm up, and then we'll take our time getting through our setup and warm up. The weight should be very moderate on the back squats today because there's a tempo version. 4 rounds. The phone? No. Okay, we're good. Sorry. Is a 10-stop back squat. Okay, so that is counting to 10, small increments of pauses and then movement all the way down to the bottom position, with the goal being I'm freezing in 10 different spots equally spaced out throughout the course of a squat. All right, so I just have my bar here, I duck under, stand up tall, step back, get situated, and then it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10 should be below parallel. And then drive back up. And I'm doing that sequence 5 times through. After you do the first one, you'll kind of know okay, I spaced out the first 4 a little bit too wide, so I need to tighten up the spacing in the first bits and widen up the spacing in the bottom bits, okay? But the point of this is that eventually within that sequence, you're going to find the part where your body is resisting the correct motion through either tension in your hips, your ankles, your shoulders, whatever. You'll find it because it's the pieces of the squat that we normally rely on a little bit of momentum to shoot us through, and I'm taking away all that momentum by forcing those 10 pauses, and it will give you a better feel and a better understanding of where your limitations are within the squat and the place that you can hopefully work on in the future to improve your technique, okay? All right, After that, then it gets pretty simple. We're just doing our front foot elevated split squats. So I've got my elevated station and I'm going down. And again, on these split squats, the goal is that my knee travels as far forward of my foot as possible. My back leg should just barely touch the ground and my heel should stay planted on this front foot the whole time. So this is forward and down, backwards and up, forward and down, backwards and up. Then we're gonna do a reverse sled drag or plate drag. We'll have all the little, the fire hose covers set out for the bands or the straps that we will put through the plates, but we're thinking toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. And the other cue that I like to give on this one is the foot that's reaching back. I would like the bottom of your foot to be vertical when you start pushing into the ground, right? So bottom of that foot vertical. Does that make sense? Right there. So that flat foot is perfectly straight up and down. So I'm stabbing my toes into the ground and then drawing myself backwards with it, okay? We're gonna go down and back 2 times. So 80 feet is down and back, 160 feet is down and back twice. 8 reps of a band face pull is next. So think about one smooth pull over the top of my head. So a lot of times what I see is stop, 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 stop. And I want it to be one smooth pull over the top of the head, just like that. And make sure that you are pulling apart as much as you are pulling back on that band face pull. Last one is an L sit or an L hang. So this is just making a 90-degree angle between your thighs and your torso. This would be a hanging version, and I can just pull my knees up and just hold in that position. If you can stick one leg out or both legs out, either of those are fine. Accumulate 30 seconds, and I'll say like no more than 1 break on that. So try to find something that you can do for at least 15 seconds, maybe longer, and then rest a little bit, and then finish out your 30 seconds on the second set if you need to. All right, that's it for this Monday Deload week. I'll see you guys tomorrow.